Duran.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to Raw with April Duran as I interview and promote people in music. We have a cool show this evening. I'm not going to lie. In studio tonight, founder of Soundcast Studios, Eric Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing the drive all the way from Canoga Park, right?
Thank you for having me. Honestly, I'm really excited.
Yes, we are so excited to have you. We also, you guys need to grab a pencil or a pen and jot this number down. I'm going to tell you why. Area code 909-477-7321. Two main reasons. First and foremost, Eric Hernandez is badass, you guys. He takes care of all the musicians. He masters the music. So if you're thinking about going to college for sound engineering, or you're a musician and you're going to have a new release up and coming and you need some help with the music, he's your man right here. So if you have any questions, make sure you give us a call, 909-477-7321. Also, we're giving away something from WholeLifeSoaps.com. Check them out. They're out of Wrightwood, California. But first, before we get crazy, are you ready to get crazy, Eric?
I am ready.
Before we get crazy, I'm going to play a commercial from our amazing sponsor out in South Pasadena, Hotbox Vintage.
Hi, I'm Delilah, and I own Hotbox Vintage in South Pasadena, California. At Hotbox, our goal is curating vintage pieces that you can't live without. Our collection includes everything from the 1940s to even the early 2000s. What excites us is eclectic and unconventional style, since there's no one-size-fits-all approach to fashion. Hotbox is priced for accessibility so that literally anyone can discover some vintage gems of their own. Plus, it's sustainable. Find us on Instagram and use code RAGHOUSE at checkout for 20% off your first order at hotboxvintage.com.
That's right. You need to check out hotboxvintage.com. They're amazing. They had this sidewalk sale a couple weeks ago. They had no idea how the turnout was going to be because of COVID and everything. You know, all these entrepreneurs. Eric, I know you can kind of relate to that. They had a huge line around the corner for people to come in. So hotboxvintage.com, check them out, Rag House. Use that promo code, 20% off your first purchase. Okay, enough of my voice. Let me shut my lips. Eric Hernandez, what's up? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I am super excited. I am just a little jittery.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't get to talk about audio so much.
You don't get to talk about audio, and you're always behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is Eric Hernandez, founder of Soundcast Studios out in Canoga Park. He is absolutely amazing. So let's jump in. Education-wise, tell us all about where you learned what you do.
Trial and error. I didn't go to school for this. It was
what?
Yeah. It's just
oh my goodness,
reading a lot of articles, reading books, YouTube, and just a lot of trial and error, really. Okay,
wait a minute. I don't believe this, because I literally, and this is what I do, and I say this all the time, but I don't ask my people when they come in questions, and I tell them it's going to be raw, it's going to be real, so don't talk to me, don't tell me about your story or whatever. So you literally did not go to a trade school or community college or anything?
No, nothing.
Wow, Eric, that's impressive.
I mean, I've been doing it for 5 years, so I've had a lot of failures.
Oh, gosh, I'm sure, but you've learned from him.
Yeah, exactly.
You just get right back up.
Yeah.
So he has his own studio, and it's DIY, do it yourself. It's actually, you tell them. Tell us what Soundcast Studios is all about. Go for it.
So it's a garage. I converted it into a studio, insulation for the neighbors so they don't complain. And then from there, I began, working with artists and, trying to help them fulfill their vision. And one of the best things, honestly, that I learned about this is how rewarding the job is.
I bet.
Yeah, because they come in with their ideas this is my idea. How can you, take me to the next level? And then we work on it, and then they hear it, and then the light in their eyes,
they're just
this is my song. And then that's super rewarding. That honestly makes it so worth it.
That is so cool. Okay, Eric, so for those, including myself, that have no idea, so your title is sound engineer.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us exactly what you do.
With the day and age, audio engineer doesn't encompass everything anymore, because I have to be the producer, I have to be the audio tech for any issues, because usually in the past, they'd have different roles for everyone. Mm-hmm. But now, since everything's, the budgets are a lot smaller, there's usually one guy doing everything. So I get the band, I record them, I produce them in terms of what exactly we're recording and any additional layers that we need. And then from there, I mix it and then I master it, which gets it ready to be released into the world. Spotify, the radio or wherever they want to release their music, really.
Isn't that cool? So Eric Hernandez literally is like the guy behind the scenes. So all the music you hear on the radio, when people on socials go, oh, our new release just released. This is the guy that does all the awesome stuff, because there are musicians who have this stuff at their home and they, do their own thing. But a lot of times they don't want to do that. Because they're too busy creating and doing their thing. So that's when you step in, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like also if as a musician, if you're constantly wearing all the hats, you have less time to focus on what you really want to do. And sometimes songwriters just want to write songs. They just want to write and play music.
Exactly. That's it. They don't want to jump on social media. They don't want to interview people. They don't, and like you were saying, now this day and age, you have to do everything. You have to do social media, administer, book your whatever you want to do, blah, blah, blah. So so that's when you come in and you just like show them what's up, right?
Yeah, because one thing less they have to worry about.
Right. And if you have any questions for Eric, give us a call, 909-477-7321. Okay, who inspired you? Okay, and I'm not going to lie, he threw out, well, I'm a drummer. And I was like, what? Okay, so that was something I was going to ask you. Like, what inspired you to be a sound engineer? So tell us your story, man.
So yeah, I was a drummer for a metal band a while back.
Oh, I would have never guessed metal.
Yeah, a metal band.
Did you have long hair?
I did not. No,
oh, okay.
I've always had relatively short hair. I just, I played drums because I liked Rock Band.
Yeah.
So I got into a band. We needed to have music released, and so we bought a little 2-channel interface. And I'm like, I'll do this for us.
Oh, so you just jumped in?
I just jumped in.
Jumped on YouTube.
Exactly. Like the basics of doing it, and then from there, we released it, and everyone was telling us, like, this sounds incredible and everything. And I was just like, oh my God, maybe I have a knack for this or something.
Yeah.
And so I kept pursuing it since then. And looking back on it, people lied to me a little bit. Because I hear it, I'm like, it doesn't sound as great as people made it seem.
Oh, because of your experience now from all your trial and errors.
So I'm just like, part of me is a little sad that they lied to me. But also, I'm grateful that they did.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have kept going if I thought I was garbage at it.
Yeah, well, of course. And then you have to start somewhere. I mean, when I first started, and even now, like when I go back and I look at my shows, I'm like, why did I say that? Or why did I look like that? Or what was I doing? But when I first started being an on-air personality, people would go, oh, you're good. And then I look back at it, I'm just like, ugh! I like cringe.
Yeah,
so I totally
have the exact
understand.
same reaction to it.
That is so crazy. I still can't believe you didn't go to school for this.
Yeah, I just a lot of YouTube, really.
A lot of YouTube. And you guys are so how old are you, Eric?
24.
Okay, Eric's 24, and when he walked in, I go, how old's your mom? And he goes, 46. His mom, so you could be my son, dude. That's what I figured. I'm like, yeah, but I don't even feel old, so that's all good. So, okay, struggles while learning. I know you just said trial and error and stuff, but give us an example. Tell us a story. Something that you wouldn't really share. Just go for it.
Something I wouldn't share.
But we're going to share it tonight.
Let's see that. A lot of my early stuff is really bad.
It is?
It's really bad.
But it's for your band. It was for your band.
No, a lot of the other artists that would come to me, I look back and I'm like, people paid me to do this?
You're like, oh, damn. Yeah. I was a burglar. I totally gave
I'm like, damn. And they were happy with this? So it's really embarrassing to hear my old stuff and go, really cringe at it. Because I'm like, how did people, see the value in this? And then, but it's really, you just have to, look at it as it was good for the time and the amount of work I had put in at the time. So maybe I had been doing it for 3 months. So, what can I really expect from someone learning it in 3 months?
Well, not only that, but I'm sure your price was, manageable for a band.
Basically free, honestly.
Yeah, see, because you were learning. So, and then on top of that, it's something that they couldn't do. So, it was a step up regardless for the band.
Yeah,
right?
it was better than like a phone recording.
Which is good.
Yeah, so
that would be on my new release off my phone, man. Yeah, we don't want that. So, okay, so those are your struggles. Learning. Okay, but tell us about your board because, gosh, and we're going to get a TV. We're going to get a monitor here soon to have examples, like live examples. I'm so excited for that. And I'm sorry I don't have this now, but you showed me a picture of your studio and it's amazing. You wouldn't even think it was in his garage that that he built this. It looks like an actual studio, like a place, it's amazing. So, what do you have in order to have a Soundcast studio, a studio to record music and master it? What do you need? What are all the things?
Let's see. So originally I started off with a little 2-channel. And then over the years, I've just been getting more gear and increasing the channel count. Because as you get, as you try to record drums, you need more channels. And then if you want to do them all together live, you need more channels. So right now I ended up with a 22-channel board.
Whoa.
22 channels.
I saw that. It's just like, it looks like a radio board almost,
It's not as colorful, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is basic. Anyone could play with this. But like at an FM station, it looks, your board looks like that.
Yeah, so it's 22 channels. It takes up my whole desk. A Soundcraft board. And
do you actually mess with all those knobs? Or are they just like you set and then?
Yes, actually. 'Cause I do it on YouTube.
Oh, yes. Okay, we're going to talk about that later. So he does live. You're just going to have to keep tuning in. So we'll talk about that. But, I mean, when you're mastering a song, when you're working with a band, do you actually have to mess with the knobs?
Not as much when... it's usually towards the end with the knobs because a lot of it's on the computer now. So I don't do as much with the knobs for... tracks I'm working on because the knobs you can't recall it. So if a band goes, I want this to be a little higher. If I reset the board already, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
So I try and do as much as I can on the computer because the computer can return back. So it's usually near the end that I'll twist some knobs.
That's crazy.
But I try and avoid it because I'm afraid of not being able to go back to what they liked or something.
Yes. And can you imagine the sound engineers prior to computers and everything? I remember seeing stuff like back in the day with the Eagles and, all those old school bands. They were like in the recording studio for days, right? Yeah. And so you're in there pretty... Oh, that's a great question. So how long... So when a band comes in for let's say one song, I know it's unique for each artist and each band, but what's the roundabout time?
We usually do so they usually come in at 12 and we usually do 12 to 16-hour days. So sometimes they'll leave at 2 and 3 in the morning.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They eat and
yeah we take breaks for eating and then I have water for them. And we usually try and do it all in one day.
So you're like me. So people are in your home. So if they have to go to the bathroom, you're not going to be all, oh, hey, there's a bush outside on the side of the house. You let them go into your home and stuff. See, and that's just here at Raghouse Media. Man, you know what? We're so awesome. We're just doing our startups however we can, right?
Yeah, really. You just have to do it. You just have to do it.
And Soundcast Studios, when you opened the door, when you launched it, which we're going to talk more about that, but when you opened the door, when was that? What year?
I think that was 2015.
Okay, so it has been 5 years.
Yeah.
So if you're just tuning in, Eric Hernandez, founder of Soundcast Studios, he masters the music for the artists. And do you master for all genres?
So far, it's been mostly indie rock.
Like those guys that I absolutely love, the Extrangers, which I play their music on my FM station. I love them.
So it tends to be more this genre because I guess people listen to that. Artists that play that genre listen to that genre, so they'll contact me.
Oh, yeah.
So it tends to be mostly this genre, but I'm willing to work with anything, really.
That, of course. Yeah, you have to, otherwise you're going to limit yourself. Now, this is a question I didn't really prepare you for, but it just popped in my head right now. Have there been artists, and you don't have to say any names, don't throw anybody under the bus, dude, but have there been bands or artists that come in and it's just so hard to work with them? Or are you like me, where you can pretty much work with all different personalities?
No, there have been a few artists actually.
Your face is just like,
and it's not even that I can't work with them. So we'll work on a track, and then they always nothing that I do is ever the sound that they want. So eventually, I had to tell them, I'm like, it seems like I just can't get it. The sound in my head is not matching the sound in your head.
Yeah,
you might be better off with someone else.
Yeah, peace out.
Like I can't get what you like, the sound that you have in your head, even though I'm trying. But so I told them, there's other people, you might find better luck with someone else, but I can't do this. Right.
So that's good. That's good because that's tough, because you're literally in a room for a long time. So you're like developing a relationship. You like it's almost like a really long one night stand. It's uncomfortable. Now that I think about it, it's uncomfortable, but you want to do it. And it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a great experience, hopefully. So if it doesn't work out right in the beginning, then, it is what it is.
You just have to tell them. Maybe someone else would be a better suit for you.
Yeah, go find another one night stand, you guys. Just kidding. So, okay, tell us about, let's hear. I'm so excited to play some music. So this is a song that you mastered.
Recorded, mixed, and mastered. Yeah.
Recorded, mixed, and mastered. It's called Still, and it's by...
The Blue Velvet Drapes.
The Blue Velvet... Drapes?
Yeah.
Like in the window?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So tell us about this song while we play it, because it sounds so awesome.
So let's see. So yeah, they came in with a new project. Actually, they were the band that really like rocketed me forward. I learned so much from them.
How is that? How come?
Because they're super good musicians. And so they're super articulate with what they want.
Where are they from?
They are from the San Fernando Valley.
Oh, okay. So local.
So they really, I don't think they'll ever realize how much they taught me, or how much I learned from them.
Do they know that?
I don't know if they can understand it. I've told them. And every project I do with them, I've done 2 with them, I feel like I learned so much.
That's so awesome.
I don't think I'd be where I am without them, to be honest.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they're super articulate with what they want, because they're they all study music.
Oh, nice.
So it's not like they're not trying to describe things with weird terms. They say it exactly. Like, we want this to have this kind of feel, and this, and a little more purple or something. And then I just learned so much from them. That's
so cool. I love her. Let's listen. I love her sound. It's so it's dreamy. Anthony Wilson says, "Nice shirt, man." Jay says, "Yes, wonderful." Awesome. Blue Velvet Drapes.
Blue Velvet Drapes.
Out of San Fernando. Check them out. I love their sound. You're totally right. They're awesome. And you learned so much from them.
I learned so much. Just they really pushed me to get the right take. Because before them, I really focused on just one and done kind of thing, and I'd fix it in the computer because I could. But they really pushed me to get it right. And then it just rocketed me forward. I'm like, yes. And then messing around with the headphones, because they really like messing with stereo. And then since then, I I love stereo now. So the songs since then have this like width to them, and they just really taught me a lot.
That is so cool. Very cool. Tuning in, Eric Hernandez, founder of Soundcast Studios. He records. What were the three things you just said?
Records, mixes, and masters.
And it's all self-taught. How amazing is that? Because I know when I look at a radio board, I'm just like super overwhelmed. So for you to just jump in and be all, oh, hey, I taught myself this. That's just crazy. It's crazy. So we have in here in Facebook, I'm just going to do some shout outs really quick because they're all Anthony Wilson, Jay. What's up, Jay? We both love you, by the way.
We do.
Leanne, what's up, girlfriend? We both love you too. How's it going? She's all, Eric, I have that shirt. And then Delilah, what's up? Hotbox Vintage founder, owner, another entrepreneur. You know what? I love all these entrepreneurs, how they just like come into my spot right here. This feels good.
It feels great.
It's awesome. So right now it's giveaway time. So I want somebody to call in, and we have a giveaway from Whole Life Soaps located in Wrightwood, California. They're made from natural ingredients like shea butter and coconut oil. Their soaps won't dry your skin, which is so important, especially right now. If I could, have you ever known a Mexican who peels? Well, here it is right here. So I wish I had some left over because we used all the products that you guys sent me at Whole Life Soaps. They also smell great. They leave you feeling clean. Whole Life Soaps is also a local SoCal family-owned business. So we're supporting. So check them out, wholelifesoaps.com. So try a bar from Whole Life Soaps today where they believe in great skin. And remember, what you put onto your body is as important as what you put into it. Visit wholelifesoaps.com today. If you want to win a prize from them, call in 909-477-7321. Or if you want to ask Eric anything, if you're a singer, musician, you have a song, you need to get it recorded, mixed, mastered, he's your man. He's local. And you're supporting local businesses as well, which is so big and important. Now, before we go any further, and if nobody calls in and you guys don't want soap, I totally get it. But we need soap. And if you're going to use it, use Whole Life Soaps because it's just amazing and it's all natural. But, okay, so while we're waiting for someone to call in, launching of Soundcast Studios. Tell us the whole story. I'm sure it's kind of complicated, I'm sure.
Yeah, so like I said, the band. So from there, I began just bringing people into the garage, and at that time, it was a garage. Like you come in, it's a garage.
Like what did it have? Just like your two? What did you say? Just
my little 2-channel, like little thing takes up like this much space, like a little. It was super tiny, 2 channels, and I worked with that for a while. My neighbors called the cops on me a few times.
Oh.
At 4 o'clock.
At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening. Mm-hmm. They're just like, we don't want any more of this.
Yeah, they're just like, the drums are too loud and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And from there on, I was like, oh, well, I guess I have to, like soundproof the room because otherwise I can't work. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So from there, I had to talk to my parents. I'm like, I want to do this. And then they were fully supportive of it. So I converted the garage into the studio. I insulated everything. And then from there, I've just been bringing in artists ever since.
Let's throw them out. The Extrangers.
DIY Valentine, Blue Velvet Drapes. I've worked with, let me see. Oh, I'm going to blank on
Sounds Like Disco?
No, I haven't worked with Sounds Like Disco. Our local artist called Marcus Felix. He's actually a little more like electronic music. So that was really cool. Let's see. And different and interesting. Yeah, exactly. I'll let you think. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. You're just like, wait, April, what's up? You didn't prepare me for that one. But all different, but mostly indie rock. Mostly. Yeah, but that's so cool. So if you want to win, while we're talking, if you want to win from Whole Life Soaps, 909-477-7321. Now, Jay said, oh, I love you both. We love you back, dude. He's so awesome. That whole band's awesome. So, okay, so the launching of Soundcast Studios. So becoming an entrepreneur. This basically is what you are. And so challenges, success stories. The social media has been the biggest challenge. Yeah. I am so bad with it, but it's also kind of crucial now that you have to. It's super crucial. Yeah, you have to be on it. So that has been and it's still kind of my biggest challenge. I feel like I haven't grown as much as I probably could have if I had focused more on the social media. And so that's been a big challenge. But one positive side is that I get really close with all the artists I work with.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm not over like this. What would be the word? Overabundance of people contact me, or I'm not overly stressed because it's a smaller amount because I'm not that big. So I get to be really close with the artists.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
Very personable.
We spend a lot of time. They'll contact me and I can always hit them back up within like 10, 15 minutes because I'm not over like worked by anyone.
That's good. And you know what? All in due time. Don't stress out. Like for me, I'm just like, okay, how can I improve this? What can we do? And before I used to stress out, like right when Raghouse Media, when it was launched, like a few months ago, oh, I need clients. I need advertisement. And I'm just like, finally I woke up, I think in the middle of the night and I was like, fuck it. Like I'm going to do it, have fun. And I don't care, how many viewers or how many, it's all going to work out. And you're right. When you work with somebody, you develop a friendship and then they tell their friends.
Yeah.
And then you work with them and then they tell their friends and then you have that rapport, right?
Yeah. So
that's how you
most of my work has been word of mouth. Which I
Perfect.
like.
Yeah, because if you're not on social media, where are you getting your clients from, right? That's so cool. So, okay, so what services do you provide? Just really quick, throw it out.
So I record, mix, and master. So all three of those things, which is the main three things to get your music out.
Yeah.
So recording it, a guitar player singing, we record that. Mix it, you blend it in, make it sound all the instruments to blend together. Then master it is you get it ready to be released to Spotify because they all have like their own way that they want to receive the sound. So it has to get ready for Spotify, for iTunes, for any distribution, and then for the radio also it has to be at a certain loudness and everything. So those are the 3 steps that it takes.
And you do all that.
Yep.
And that's what Eric Hernandez does at Soundcast Studios. So that is freaking amazing. Okay, let's talk about, any more Facebook? Yeah, everybody's just saying that they love you.
I feel the love.
You feel the love. You feel all the positive vibes. So let's talk about this song, Rotten Hearts. Here we go. Let's hear it for a bit and then we'll talk about it. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're going to hear Rotten Hearts in just a minute, but first we have a caller. Just 1 second. If you could hear me, just 1 second. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in to Raw with April Duran. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, this is Leanne. How you doing?
Leanne! What's up, girlfriend? How are you?
Good. It's great seeing Eric and April.
We wish you were here.
We were talking about you.
Yeah.
I wish I was there too. I know I heard. Thanks for the shout out.
Are you still working in music right now?
Right now it's crazy as heck with the whole pandemic, but we're out here trying our best, and it's great seeing April doing her thing. It's great seeing Eric doing his thing. It's really, really, really fun.
And congratulations. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Eric just shared with me your new Instagram. Tell us about that.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, now we're going to interview me. Okay.
Just real quick, we don't want to steal Eric, but we want to hear about you. Congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah, I started like a music history Instagram account and Twitter account that covers LGBTQ plus music history.
That's
and
so unique.
Yeah, it's a really. I thought it was really niche, but there's actually like a pretty large want for it. So why not?
Heck yeah. And you know what? I was just telling Eric, I'm like, I know from people in my family back in the 60s and 70s, because I saw you highlighted an artist from the 60s, correct? On your Instagram page?
Correct. Yeah, there's a couple. I think today, who did we cover today?
It was a female artist, and I was telling Erica, I have family members actually back then. They were afraid to say that they were, gay or whatever, and so they got married and they had kids, and they were living this life, this fake life. And I'm like, Eric, can you imagine just pretending to be this thing that you weren't? I would just die. I'd just scream. And he goes, yeah. So we talked about that. So what you're doing is so important. It's so awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Leslie Gore was the artist I covered today.
That's it. Yes. So Leanne, guess what? On the other awesome thing, you just won a gift from WholeLifeSoaps.com.
Oh my God! Yes. Thank you so much.
Here, let me use my applause here. Go, Leanne. Whole Life Soap. Yes, they are absolutely amazing. All their products, they're natural, and they're also local from Wrightwood, California. So you are supporting a local business, which is amazing. So thank you so much, Leanne.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you for calling in. Thank you for tuning in. Me and Eric love you.
We do.
Love you too.
I've told her several times.
And you have a wonderful evening, and I'll be texting you after for your information so you can get your free gift.
Sounds good. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much. She's so awesome.
She's incredible.
That is cool. So Leanne was a winner of WholeLifeSoaps.com. Check them out, you guys. They're amazing. It's so cool to see on their socials, too, how they make the soap. Okay, so back. Here we go. Are you ready? Rotten Hearts. What band is this?
DIY Valentine.
DIY Valentine? Do it yourself Valentine.
Yep.
Good one. He has a good voice. I love new music. I love new music, but sometimes I hear the music and it sounds awesome, and then the singer starts singing, and I'm like, but with this band, starts singing, and I was like, yeah, you sounded really good. Kind of like the Killers.
The Killers?
No. I'll get back to you on that one. The Strokes. The Strokes.
A little bit of the distortion.
Yeah. What's this song about? Did they ever share with you?
Not in particular this song, but I know a lot of their songs are like about love.
About love, of course,
so.
Yeah. Sometimes songs sound like they're about love, and they're not. They're about like, being addicted to something, or unfortunately like suicide or something, but this is legit love here. Huh?
We had a recurring joke while we were recording. We would just ask the singer who hurt you, and he'd go, everyone.
Oh, his heart's so broken. Poor buddy. What's the lead singer's name?
Jesus.
Jesus?
Jesus,
you have an amazing voice, dude. And that's DIY Valentine that you're listening to right now. Rotten Hearts. Anthony Wilson says DIY Valentine is awesome. So did Jay. You can play drums if you want. Air drums. That's what you were doing earlier, right?
I was doing that earlier.
Oh, there we go. I should tag them. Are we getting close to the end?
Yeah. Final chorus.
Is that them?
No, it's the one with the heart.
With the heart?
Yeah, that
one. Good voice, Jesus. If you're tuning in right now, Eric Hernandez, founder of Soundcast Studios. He records, mixed, and masters for you singers and bands out there. He's out in Canoga Park. He's an entrepreneur. He's a badass. Self-taught. Self-made man. You are amazing, Mr. Eric. All right. You just heard DIY Valentine. That was, what was it? Rotten Hearts. Rotten Hearts. Oh, poor little guy. So, okay. Nobody has any questions. I know you do, though. So, where can we find you?
The best way to reach me is Instagram.
Okay.
So, Soundcast_studios. I reply to my email just as fast, soundcaststudios@gmail.com. So those are the two best ways. My Facebook, you might have a little trouble contacting me.
Yeah, because he's young. He's not old like me where I'm on Facebook often.
I'm not as active on it. But Instagram, yeah. I'll reply to you within probably like 10, 15 minutes.
Excellent. Now, before we go, I forgot. YouTube.
Yes.
Tell us what you do on YouTube, dude, for Soundcast Studios.
So, yeah. So, the best way to know what I do is through my YouTube channels, because I put a GoPro on my head and I in real time work on a song.
Awesome.
Moving all the knobs and everything that I would do for a song. Uh-huh. So I record that and I put it up on YouTube so people can see how a song starts and at the end how it sounds at the end.
So cool. He told me that. I'm just like, oh my goodness. And when I jumped on your page, I'm like, what? Because you're messing with the knobs and you're doing your thing. I didn't know you had a GoPro on your head. That's so smart. Good for you.
I saw someone else on YouTube do it and I was like, that's a good idea.
Don't do that. Just say you did it. It was your idea. It was Eric's idea from Soundcast Studios. Well, thank you so much for coming in. If you want your music recorded, mixed, or mastered, you know where to go now. Eric, Soundcast Studios. Jump on his Instagram, check him out. Jump on his YouTube page if you really want to see him in real time doing his thing. I would be so honored if you signed my banner, please.
Where do I sign it?
Yeah, there you go. And before we go, any shout outs?
Shout out Blue Velvet Drapes, DIY Valentine, and The Extrangers.
All right, you guys have a good evening. Catch me tomorrow, Raghouse Radio, 6 p.m. I will see you later. Peace. You signed it? How about Soundcast Studios?